There we go.
Hello.
I'm just off the phone with Rosaline.
Oh, how's she doing?
She's doing pretty good. I mean, I think still trying to kind of settle back into life that's not a cottage by the sea. Yeah, I don't know if she'll make it on or not. She looked pretty tired and was headed off to take a bath. I was like, I don't know if you'll be on tonight or not. But you know, that landing of coming back from, I mean, yeah. Yeah, although I don't think you worked more remotely when you were in Germany than I think she did when she was in Ireland. Like you were pretty much keeping up with work, weren't you?
Yeah, more or less.
Yeah.
More than 2/3 of it anyway.
Yeah. So I got to see both her kids, which was kind of fun. Her very goth daughter had just gotten a kind of piercing that I'd never seen before. It's you pierce this, and then there's like a little ring that comes down on the inside of your mouth.
Oh my God.
I know. Have you ever seen that?
No, that sounds excruciatingly painful.
I think because it's just like a little, like, so this is, I'll just show you. This is what it looks like. Like you have this little thing hanging down over your teeth.
What's that?
Wild.
Have you ever seen that?
So like this? Is it like the inside of your, like
it's that little
lip
skin
here?
flap that connects your gum to your lip.
That's what I thought. That's pierced.
That is pierced. Yeah.
Why?
There's what it looks like. There's where it's pierced.
Yeah, no, that's just painful.
I want to know why.
Well, I mean, the funny thing is, yeah, because you can't even see it. Like if she smiles really big, I mean, but she doesn't. I mean, you know how there are some people who, when they smile, you see their gums, but she's just, you know, more like my smile, I guess. Like, so she.
You just see two little dots.
You just see two little dots, yeah. And I would think that would be like annoying as fuck. Like to have that like.
Did she say what made her do it or what the meaning of it is?
I mean, I was just, of course, trying to be like, oh, let me see. Oh, how cute. Yeah. You know, just be positive because I didn't want to.
Yeah,
and I think that's
like, what the fuck?
I know. I think that's what Rosaline was like. Oh, hey, you know, Amelia, come here and show your new piercing.
Well, I guess of all the places where piercings could be, this one was a harmless one.
I do find it, though, one of the stranger ones, right? I mean, obviously, yeah, if she takes it out, it won't be like, I don't know, but I now I'm wondering if maybe more people have them and I just haven't noticed. Because I would think that some people might just, she actually said that her brother hadn't noticed at all and didn't know she did it. And then at dinner one night was like, hey, you've got something on your teeth. She's like, oh no, that's a piercing.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, it's sort of a little bit miraculous, right? Because I mean, there's any number of piercings. I mean, I always thought the point is to have them be seen if they're sort of in an obvious, like, you know, in your face, right, or your ears or whatever. And then of course they're intimate piercings that have also a purpose.
Right. Somebody's gonna see them.
You don't see it. I don't understand. Like,
yeah.
Does it make giving blowjobs more pleasurable? I have no idea. Also, not something you would want to ask your friend's daughter, maybe.
Well, not only, I mean, then I would be like, so how are you giving that blowjob?
I'm like, I don't understand how this particular piercing
listen,
is.
Girl, I think you might be getting the concept of blowjob incorrect.
That's what it's supposed to be, a tongue piercing? I don't know. That they missed.
Anyway,
uh-oh,
Dana's still having connectivity. We've got a great
it's an awesome
snapshot of her.
Oh my God, quick, let me grab that. Oh yeah. Oh, there she goes.
of her,
Yes, victory. Got it.
of her laughing.
Grimacing at blowjob jokes.
It is about to pour here again. I guess you guys need rain there, huh?
Or something. We've got the humidity. Can you see how my face is glowing? I'm
Mm.
glowing.
I know. I went out for a walk at 6 a.m. this morning and literally got down to the end of the block and was like, nope, too hot. It was like,
Yeah.
because it was that gross hot, like it's been raining and then like just it doesn't cool down overnight.
Yeah, it's gross. And
But
right now, like we actually have the humidity. It's about, I mean, 50% is nothing by DC standards, but it's more than we usually get because we have a we finally are getting some haze from the fires, but it's so
right,
high.
that's what I was thinking about when I asked about the
It acts as a lid more than anything else. It's
wait.
So now it's hot.
Dana just wrote us what the fuck in on text. Like I think she's trying to, I don't know, she just sent us both a text, WTF. I don't know if that means about the blowjob or that she can't get on the line. I know I must have been in bed by the time you guys had all that back and forth last night. That was such a great picture of her in the water.
I know, it's awesome. I'll be here all day.
Yeah, she looked like she had a great time. My a few of us met in the office today, but because DC and a few of us met in the office who've met in the office maybe 2 or 3 times and, you know, sit in a big conference room or whatever. But now because DC ordinances, you have to wear masks inside everywhere, no exceptions. We all sat around in this meeting room with masks on today, feeling kind of slightly ridiculous, but at this, I mean, we're all like senior managers, so we don't really want to be known, you know, flaunting like violating policy or whatever. But
yeah, what do you do with that, right?
yeah, I don't know. It was weird, but have you been out to indoor restaurants, Astrid?
Have I been to an indoor restaurant
Where you take off your mask to eat?
Yes. Have I done that recently? You know, I can't really remember. That's not a good sign.
Huh. I'm guessing that's
I
a
feel
no
like
then.
we've gone somewhere. Oh yeah, sure, right. Yeah, we went out for Freya's birthday 2 weeks ago.
Oh, okay. And she chose a restaurant?
Yeah, I mean, we're looking for something kid friendly, and so we ended up with the old Spaghetti Factory, but there was enough space, like you weren't sitting on top of each other.
Spaghetti Factory. I didn't even know they had spaghetti factories anymore. I remember though when those were such a big deal. Spaghetti Factory and Pasta House.
And the Cheesecake Factory, yeah.
Oh, Cheesecake Factory. Yeah, they still have Cheesecake Factory in this area, but I didn't know they had Spaghetti Factory anymore.
We've moved on from blowjobs, Dana.
Yeah, exactly.
Although I got a great grimace from you. It was awesome.
I think I was just irritated with why are we so concerned about pleasing men with our fucking tongue rings? I mean, like, no.
That was the comment that was in her mind in that
picture. Yeah.
Like, ew, fuck you. Me.
Well, yeah, right. Again, back to the jewelry, right? Like there's any number of piercings on your penis, right? Or the man's penis that can be pleasurable. So I'm told. But again, we still don't understand the logic of that one. Hey, is there? Hey, there's a chat. There you go. I'm going to send you this picture.
Uh-oh.
If I can manage to attach it.
Well, you can just
it is just such a good like
you can just put it up on the screen. Because I don't know if Dana can actually what device are you on, Dana?
I'm on my iPad.
Oh, so you can't see the chat?
Can you see or download something from the chat?
Oh, let's see. Well, let's see if it says, where's the chat? Normally I can. Normally it just pops right up. No, it's showing me now the chat is empty.
Huh, I see it,
Hmm.
Astrid.
Well,
I wonder if I have to download it. No.
well, I can just share my screen. To your point. Here, check this out.
That's how you froze. You were like that for like 3 minutes until you blinked off.
We're like, wait. Data's
We're
not
like,
moving.
Put a caption on this photo, why don't you?
That's so perfectly me. I love it. Thank you. Yeah, I'm like, God, I am such a grumpy old lady now. I'm like, fuck those men and their goddamn fucking whatever.
I would
Yeah.
say you're grumpy. You've got a great sense of humor.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
I guess I feel like I spent way too many years worrying about how everybody else was feeling about their orgasm, when now I don't care. I just want mine.
Yeah.
That's so mean.
It's
Sorry.
all about me.
Yeah, that was, and this, no, that seems like a waste of time and flesh. Yeah.
Right.
And you know, I mean, so when piercings were, when they really kind of became mainstream, like years ago, when you'd see everybody, every young person running around with something, and it would bug the shit out of me when I would watch young people fuck with their tongue studs.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, if you're gonna get one in your mouth, don't
Right.
use it as a worry stone.
Yeah. Yeah.
It just, yeah.
The tongue ones in general also just kind of like, I don't know, make me be like, ugh. So then when they're messing around with it too, it's not only like it gross, but it kind of, I don't know, it just is like, ugh, like it just, ugh.
Yeah.
You know,
Where would that thing been? I don't like the idea of that. How do you clean that?
how do you clean that? Are you both aware that we have an award-winning sex tech company here in Oregon?
Sex
Who is-
tech?
Sex tech, yeah. Laura DiCarlo. They've been winning awards right, left, and center, including a very controversial one for innovation at the Consumer Electronics Show a 3 years ago. Then, the funny thing about it, though, is that they were given the award, and then CES tried to take it away, and so you know the female entrepreneur community kicked up a stink, right? Because like there's any number of products designed for men that
Yep.
get awards, and then this one they were like, oh, God forbid we should have a product that actually deals with female sexuality. Kicked up a huge stink.
Yeah.
So anyway,
is this the bocce?
no,
The
first one,
mind-blowing
I
feel
think,
of a mouth anytime you
no,
want
actually,
it?
it's actually the first one. The Ose, I think, was the thing that won an Innovators Award at CES a few years ago. There's probably a media section on there, on their site somewhere, where they talk about the controversy.
Huh, no, okay, so this is did you say it's a local Portland store?
I think she's based out of Bend now.
Yeah, everybody's moving to Bend.
And I don't know where all these lovely products are manufactured.
Okay.
Oh. Wow, that's pretty impressive. I mean, I knew that it existed, but I didn't know what it was called. I didn't know that it was called Laura DiCarlo. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it's a limited range of little products. You missed our whole dildo meditation, Astrid.
Oh yeah.
I fit right in.
We did that one, what, last week or the week before last?
Yeah, it was, we went with the day when Chris wasn't joining us. About that.
I had it teed up to do, and then Chris showed up, and I was like, okay, let me just change this one for a minute.
Yeah.
Huh.
Uh,
Well,
Oh, you guys, I had a wonderful time.
yeah, I was
don't
gonna
know.
say, let's hear about Dana's orgasmic experience on the lake.
Oh, she got naked up close and
She got
personal with
naked in the lake.
naked in the lake.
Guys, I mean, there were hardly any people on the lake. It was nuts. I mean, that's a big lake. And I think I counted maybe on the whole of the lake, because we went all the way down to the bottom and back up the top.
Oh
There
yeah,
were
you did, because
maybe-
you had a fucking pontoon.
Maybe 20 people. And I'm not
Wow.
kidding. Maybe 20
Wow.
boats stretched along the whole of that lake.
Wow.
So it was really easy to get naked. I mean, like, seriously, I finally at some point I'd been getting in and out of the water and having a great time. And I was just like, there's nobody here. Why am I not naked? I mean, why? So I got naked. It felt,
Awesome.
you guys, it was really, really, really nice. I mean,
And it's so cool that the telescope worked out too.
when we first arrived, there was some high cloud and we were a little concerned. And then in the week leading up to it, we were really concerned about wildfire smoke.
Right, right.
So, boy, we got so lucky. That first night, the sky cleared out and it was amazing. And the second night, we saw so much fucking shit. It was nuts. I mean, Peter was in his element, having he was just having a great time.
Oh, that's so awesome. That's so awesome.
He spent like 15 or 20 minutes over in a corner with his little red light doing calculations on how he was gonna find. He's like, oh, over here.
Oh, that is so awesome.
That's awesome.
I'm sitting there smoking pot, looking at the
That makes
stars.
me so happy to hear, Dana. I
He's so
can't even.
mad.
I just love the idea that he's like a little kid playing with his
Yeah,
phallic
absolutely.
toy to look at the sky.
Boy.
Wait, and the kids went with you too, yeah, Dana?
No, it's just us.
Oh, I thought you said Dawson and Emily were going too.
No, they were busy off. I mean, Emily has to work during the week, so, and
Yeah.
maybe that's why it was so quiet, because A, it was hotter than fuck, and B, it was midweek. I
Yeah.
like to go for midweek. I'm all about the midweek. If I can avoid the hordes of people, then I do.
Yeah.
Do the little houses, they don't have AC, do they?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
they do. Oh.
I don't stay anywhere anymore without air conditioning. I'm a almost 60-year-old pussy.
I know, but there's some places
What-
where it's
wait,
cool
what? Your
enough that
pussy
you
is
wouldn't
60?
need AC.
This just keeps on going here.
I know,
Well,
exactly. Now she's talking about her
mean-
pussy again.
Pussy, hot outside and no, I mean, like if I were in Ireland or Orkney, I wouldn't worry about air conditioning, but definitely in Madras.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was nice. Once the sun went down too, it was not, I mean, actually, once the sun went behind
Yeah,
the
I'm sure
hill,
it was cool. Yeah.
the temperature dropped immediately. It
Yeah.
was nice. So, I mean, I want to go back again in October. I need to double check and find out how long their season is, because I can't even imagine trying to get there in the wintertime. That's not a very pleasant road to have to drive on without snow and ice.
Mm.
But yeah, I'd love to go back and see the late fall stars or early fall stars, you know, when everything just kind of tilts. So what was behind us low on the horizon will be above us in a couple of months. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys should. Did you already go and reserve a weekend?
No, I need to get on and do that. I have not been very organized since I got home.
You sent us the link to it, right? Yeah.
I did. Yeah. I cannot say enough how it's like this really interesting combination of camping,
Glamping.
and glamping. I mean, because the tiny houses, I mean, we had a great meal, we slept comfortably, everybody had a shower, but you spend more time outside than not, which is camping.
Did you guys use the barbecue and stuff like that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Of course she
Yeah.
did. She's married to an Australian.
exactly.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. of
Half
course
a
you
cow was
barbecue.
cooked on that barbie.
Yeah, that lake is big.
It's
What's
really
the
big.
lake called?
It's You know, it's funny, the proper name of it, I mean, they say that it's Lake Simtustus, but I'm not sure if that's what they're calling the inlet or if that's what the whole lake is referred to, because it's like the Pelton Round Butte Dam at one end, and then the Deschutes and
Right.
Lake Chinook is at the other end. I'm gonna call it Lake Simtustus. But it was,
And so it's a reservoir. It's a man-made lake.
yeah. If you look at the map, you can see that it's dammed just beyond, like when you go through Warm Springs, you go down the big hill and then you go back up again. That's right. The dam is like right there at that part of the Deschutes. And then, so that's where the lake starts filling up. And then
I mean, that lake, how many miles long is that?
10 or 11 miles, I think.
Yeah, it's, and does it feed into the lake below it? It looks like it doesn't.
It does. Well, I mean,
Palisades.
It's the Cove Palisades Park.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a dam down at that end. We went all the way down to that end to look at the dam, and it is pretty fucking impressive. It's a ginormous thing. But I mean, I'm guessing they let water off. They hold that water in reserve and let it off, because you can see that Lake Billy Chinook is down at the other end. So there's got to be another dam down there somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It just looks so gorgeous.
But the lake levels were pretty high.
Yeah, the guy that when we were picking up our pontoon boat, he said the lake's down a little bit, and so when Peter and I were looking, I think it was probably down not more than a foot, because along the rock edge you could see like about this. You could tell there was a calcium line, and then the water was down a little bit. But
it's very narrow. Yeah, is it always that narrow?
It gets wider in some parts, but for the most part, yeah, it made me, it doesn't seem like it's much wider than a wide river.
Right. I was going to say, it looks more like a wide river from the photos.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how deep it is. That would be interesting to know. I mean, the geology was mind boggling. I mean, and that was another thing that Peter, he was in his nerdy element with. I'm like, you should have been a geologist. I don't know why. I mean, we'd be broke, but you know, and we probably met. But it's really geologically, the rock formations are spectacular. I mean, around every curve is something different. So
that's really cool.
And there, I mean, a lot of eagles, osprey. What else did we see? Some herons. Yeah. I mean, considering it was so warm, there was a decent amount of wildlife out. There's supposed to be wild horses too, but I can't even imagine wild horses being out anywhere in that heat. They'd be hiding somewhere.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's all protected land around there, that there's horses, or?
I'm guessing that the horses are on the reservation side, because they wouldn't be very popular on the other side.
Yeah.
So like if you're facing south, the whole western side of that wall, like there's signs that are posted that are like, don't get out of the water here because this ain't your land. There's a park that you pass when you're on your way south to the dam that also is posted, because it's the Native American access to the lake. It's from the reservation side. Yeah, so reservation one side, scrubby ranch land on the other side.
Huh, interesting. Now I want to go. That looks delightful.
Yeah, it does look really good.
I mean, the water was the perfect temperature.
And so every tiny house has a hot tub?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
They're all
Astrid's like, do they have a place for me tomorrow?
Can I go now?
The ones that are up on the top on that video that I sent, the ones that are on the bluff above us are all for 2 people. And then ours slept, technically it could sleep 5 people. I wouldn't have wanted 5 people in there, but you can put 5 people in there.
Yeah.
And then there's another, I think 6 people is the maximum. So we were in one of the larger ones. I want to go for my birthday next year. I want to rent like 5 of those fuckers.
That sounds like fun.
Right? I mean, how fun is the 4th of July on a pontoon boat? I mean, geez.
And
pretty damn fun.
So they don't each come with their pontoon boat. I assume you rent those separately.
Yeah, we rented it. They're You can rent stand-up paddleboards, kayaks, pontoon boats. Yeah, I think they have 4 pontoon boats. We rented the smallest one, which was a 6-man, but there were definitely bigger ones. I mean, I had no problem filling up the time from noon until 6 p.m. on that pontoon boat. I mean, for me, that's the perfect thing to do. I'm so easily amused with doing nothing but observing nature and being in it that it was easy.
Sounds delightful.
Yeah.
Sounds absolutely delightful.
That might be where we need to create our family reunions.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's really steep on the side. Like, obviously you can see that it goes down.
Yeah.
They have little golf carts everywhere. You can rent a golf cart, or they have a little complimentary golf cart that you can use to ferry yourself up and down the hill.
They have thought of everything in this place.
They really
something,
have
something for everyone.
all of the they also
But can you bring pets?
Yes, you can.
All right, sold.
Yeah. What more?
They have, aside from the tiny homes, they have RVs that are rental RVs, so you can stay in an RV, and then they have the regular RV spots, and all of them are full hookup, and they have showers besides the hookup. So yeah, they thought of everything. I think they did a really good job. I mean, I'd never really seen a resort like that. That was a combo RV resort, tiny house. It's very unusual, but
Have you been up to the Southwester in Washington?
I know where it is, but I haven't been there. It looks pretty cute.
Yeah, that's super. It's a bit more rustic, right? Like those are vintage trailers, but yeah, they're full hookup, functioning showers, and then there's a shared sort of a communal sauna, soaking tub type situation.
Oh, that's nice. Didn't you guys played there a couple of years ago, didn't you?
That's right. Yeah, the band played. Yeah.
That's cool. It's really funny you should talk about that, because for some reason I was reading an article about, you're gonna die when I say this. I was reading about the Japan tsunami and the article that the OSU geologist had written in the New Yorker. Do you remember that?
Yes.
For about years ago. And it was in that, I think it was that same article. I haven't gotten to the end yet, but it was the same geologist who made the quote, like, somebody had asked him, where was the one place in the Pacific Northwest you would not want to be during an earthquake and tsunami? And he said, Southwestern Washington State.
Yeah.
Because it's long and flat, and the only way out of there is across that fucking horrible Migler Astoria Bridge. Otherwise, you're fucked.
Yeah.
So every time anybody says, I really want to go to Ocean View or
Long Beach, the Long Beach Peninsula, you're like,
Long
yeah, no.
Beach. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what?
Really,
that's all I could think of, Dana, when we were there. It's like, yeah, the tsunami escape routes, like they're long and very flat. It's not a good situation, right? Whereas on the Oregon coast, parts of it are so steep so quickly, you're okay.
you can climb up. If you look at a map and you look at Laurel, you look at that part of Washington across from Astoria, it's miles and miles and miles and miles in like north, south, east, and west of just flat salt marsh. So you could not run far enough, fast enough to get away from any tsunami. It's really weird that we should say that. And I was just rereading that article. I think it was because I was thinking about seismic retrofitting for my house. That was what took me there. Yeah, kind of like you guys did, Astrid, with your chimney support.
Yeah.
I feel like I might need to get a quote for having my house lashed to the foundation.
That's a good investment.
That's what I think. And I think if I called our insurance company and asked them if they'd give me a discount on my earthquake insurance, if I did that,
that's a good idea.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
So.
Okay, well, shall we get going today?
Yeah.
Yes, I have to go and pick up Freya from camp at some point.
Oh, she's coming home today, huh?
Where'd you go?
She went to the coast, West Wind, Camp West Wind.
Where's that?
It's just north of Lincoln City. It's between Lincoln City and Cascade Head, right there in the mouth of the Salmon River.
Ooh, neato.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Are you picking her up down there, or do they ferry them back
No,
here?
they ferry them back, thank God, on a Friday afternoon. It's bad enough picking her up where I have to go pick her up. I've been checking my phone because I can see her, like where's my phone locator thing.
Right. Yeah.
She's in Tigard. Like she's not going to be home anytime soon. It's
Aw.
like traffic is not moving.
They're probably exhausted on the bus coming home though, I bet, after a week of camp.
I mean, she did a camp a few weeks ago because she wanted to go twice this summer. Excuse me. And she came back just wagging her tail, having made plans with her friends. So you never know how she's gonna swing, right? Like she could be exhausted and just want to collapse into bed, or she could be making plans for the
Yeah.
weekend. And
Yeah. Yeah. Missing her friends and stuff. Yeah.